Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Nastasia. Today, we're talking about blocking the haters, okay? The haters. Haters with a Z. I'm so serious. I know I sound very cheesy when I'm saying this, but that's what this video is about. So, we're talking about how to allow people to hate you. It's kind of a pep talk style video. Also a little bit of a rant, you know. Either way, it's going to be entertaining. So get a snack, get a drink. Let's get into it. Before we do, if you end up liking this video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you never miss out on a video every time I post. Instagram's right here. All the behind the scenes of my life, where I talk about hate comments all the time. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay. I mentioned this briefly in another video about how the past few weeks I've gotten more hate comments, I think, than ever for no particular reason. I'm like, what? You people crawl out of the woodwork just to come hate me? I don't understand. I didn't post anything controversial, nothing weird. I don't understand, but I've gotten so much hate, so much. And I think also I'm trying to, it's just all hit me about like how I'm not actually that great at kind of filtering it out and like not letting it bother me. And I realized that. God really let me realize that the past couple weeks, and it's been a little bit like, I don't know, destructive to my life. And so I realized some things that I want to share with you guys today. Number one, people aren't gonna like you. And I know you hear that all the time, but like, no matter what, people aren't gonna like you. You could say something, someone will hate you for it. You could not say something, someone will hate you for not saying something. You could be any color of the rainbow, somebody's gonna hate you. You could be any ethnicity, somebody's gonna hate you. You could be any profession, someone's gonna hate you. They will talk about you. No matter what. And I know it seems like those people who are like high on the celebrity list or influence or something get so much love, so how could they don't know what it's like. They get more hate than anybody else. Are you kidding me? And it's just, that's how this world is. So first of all, before we get into anything, you need to understand that first. That's how this world is. People will hate you. And in addition to that, if you're a Christian, they'll hate you even more, okay? Because that's literally what the Bible says. Jesus literally says, like, they hate you. No, if they hate you, they hated me first. Like, join the club. That's paraphrase. But basically, he did say, if they hate you, know that they hated me first. And especially as Christians, if you are a Christian, you're walking every day in your life reflecting Christ. And if somebody doesn't know Jesus, that light is going to hurt their darkness. They're not gonna like you. But even just specifically talking about just life in general, whether you're posting about fashion, or you know, you have a YouTube channel like me, or you're literally not involved with anything on social media really, and you're just like living your life and people still hate you, couple pep talks. First of all, there were two specific, very short pep talks that woke me up. A couple years ago, and then like 2 days ago. So the first one, like a year or two ago, was somebody said, you know, you can be the most beautiful, juicy peach, so we're talking about fruit, the juiciest peach, the ripest peach, you know, make the best peach pie out of you kind of peach, on the famous peach truck kind of peach. And there's still gonna be people who hate peaches. Just because they do. Just because they don't like peaches, okay? I can't fathom that because I'm obsessed with peaches. And it's actually funny because my fiance calls me Peaches, and I forgot about this whole pep talk thing. So the other day when I saw that I wrote it down like a year ago, I was like, I'm Peaches. No wonder people hate me. Kai literally calls me Peaches. And then the other pep talk, which I'm going to grab my phone actually to read it so I don't mess it up. It's from Jordan Lee Dooley. I love her. She writes books, and she's a Christian influencer in the world. And she said, you can't be somebody's chai latte and someone else's cappuccino and everybody and their sister's cup of tea and still bring your God-given unique brilliance to the world. Not everyone is going to like what you do, and that's okay. And like, I had to read it word for word because I couldn't have said it better myself. You can't be everything to everyone. You can't. Like, it's impossible. And even when you are like the most you possible, let's just say you were the perfect you. You can't ever be perfect, but let's say you were. There's still gonna be people who hate you, okay? So understand that. And that kind of helps a little bit to expect it. But I also want to give some like tangible like things, actionable steps you can do to fight in your mind against this hate. Because it's one thing to know you're gonna get hate, and it's another thing to actually receive it, and what do I do with it now? So I'm gonna tell you a couple things I do. These are different in person versus if they are like online hate. So I do two different things. If it's online hate, which is most of the hate I get, because people aren't brave enough to actually tell you what they want to tell you to your face, they'll do it behind a screen most of the time. So if it's online, know that you can delete it. You can. For a long time, I thought on my channel, I was like, no, I can't delete the hate comments. I can't delete people saying these awful things to me and about Jesus, because then that makes me a coward. No, it doesn't. It's your channel. It's your Instagram. It's your blog. It's whatever it is. It's yours. Delete it. No one has to know or care what that awful person said to you, okay? No one has to know, because it's yours. Don't live in this lie that you are somehow less strong by deleting a mean comment somebody says. No, you're not. If anything, if it's something that's toxic to your life, toxic to your relationship with Christ, to your relationship with your friends, to your relationship with yourself, and what God has put on your plate to do for Him, if it jeopardizes that, oh my gosh, delete the comment. Like, not worth it. So that's something I do. In the rare occasion that I reply, and I mean rare, because I usually don't reply to anything like that. But in the rare occasion, I will make sure that what I'm saying, if it was broadcast on a news channel or on something else or to brands I worked with or anything, that it would not get me in trouble. That I am the bigger person in this situation, and the things I'm saying are honoring to God. Because that can happen, okay? And even if it didn't happen, God sees everything you're saying, and you represent Him as a Christian. So if I say anything back, I make sure that it is wise, that it is loving, that is kind, even if I am calling them out on something. So I make sure on that. But a lot of times I just won't comment, because it's like, you're not gonna listen to me anyway. Like, you obviously are just here to troll me. I'm just gonna delete the comment or block you or both. So no, it doesn't make you less strong. It makes you an owner of your business. And if there was somebody in your actual business in real life wreaking havoc in your store, wouldn't you have them removed from your store? Yes, you would. So you can do that on your channel or on your Instagram or anything too. Now in person, I do a little bit of like a grounding kind of exercise, because I have anxiety. So like especially when it's in person, and I'm a 2 on the Enneagram, my like natural reflex to do is to love everybody until they all get along and everything, and that I don't have to feel awkward or something like that, or that like, I don't know, I always blame myself, something like that. So instead, there's two types of situations in person. Either two people are arguing around me, and it doesn't have to do with me, but I'm there, and so I get secondhand embarrassment or secondhand anxiety from it. Or I am the one being argued with, somebody's upset at me and kind of not doing it in a constructive way. They're doing it in a hateful way towards me. So when it's two people around me, but I'm not technically involved with it, I'm like, you know what, Stas, in my head, I'm like, this isn't about you. This doesn't involve you. And you don't have to be involved. And if somebody tries to involve you as the middleman and say, don't you agree with me? You can say, don't involve me. Don't get me involved. I'm staying out of it. I'm over here, not in this. You can do that. It's okay. And I've done it. I've done it. I've been like, don't look at me. I am not getting involved. Do not drag me into this. and they'll leave you alone most of the time. And if they don't, just be like, I'm gonna go get some food, you guys figure this out. And you don't have to be involved. And if they don't even try to involve you, you can tell yourself, you know, imagine that there's one of those walls that they use in like the police stations where the police can see through it, but the person in the room can't see back. It's like a chalkboard or something. Imagine there's one of those, okay? And you can see them, but they can't see you. Okay, before you think I'm crazy, listen to what I have to say. In your mind, remember, this doesn't have to involve me. I don't have to take any of this negativity and put it on myself. It's not about me. I don't have to do that. I can let them figure out their stuff or not figure out their stuff and keep moving on with my life. I don't have to be embarrassed because this doesn't actually affect me and my life. Or if it's something where you're in a situation with like divorced parents or something, you can also remember too, like, God's got me. This isn't my fault. There's a wall here. I don't have to get involved. I don't have to, and I'm not going to. Now, if it's a situation where somebody is actively like spewing hate at me in person, I always try to be slow to speak, slow to anger, quick to listen. So when in doubt, don't say anything. Just listen to them, okay? Because there's multiple times where I have had to just stand there, take in the hate, and they don't want to hear what I have to say. They just walk away, okay? And if that's the case, I just let them. I just let them tell me whatever they want to tell me, and I let them walk away. You don't always have to defend yourself. That doesn't mean what they're saying is true, but you don't have to waste the energy defending yourself if you don't want to. Now, if they ask you, I would recommend maybe having an answer for them, you know, and saying, you know, I meant this and this and this, and I stand by it, or no, I didn't mean that, I apologize for this, something like that. But if it comes down to like, they just want to yell at you, or they just want to take something out on you, you don't have to speak back, you know? And a lot of times when I have done that, and I've just been silent, or I have like been like, I hear you, I'm gonna pray about this because I don't want to say something without praying about it first. A lot of times they'll come back the next day and be like, yo, I was stupid, I'm sorry, I didn't even mean that, let's forget about it, and I don't even have to worry about it. But a lot of times when you are attacked that way and you're getting really defensive and you want it, you know, you'll attack back, and that's not necessarily what you want to do. However, you know, the Bible also says, like, have an answer anytime someone is to ask you about your faith. So I would say always have an answer for that. But there is never any shame in saying, I don't know, and I'm happy to learn more about this, to talk to you about it in the future, but I don't know right now. You don't have to lie. Don't lie. Honestly, don't lie. You don't have to get involved with any argument or hateful comments or anything like that that you don't want to be involved in. You know, you are your own person, and everything you do is to honor God. And so if being involved in that conversation is not going to honor him, don't do it, you know? And if being in that conversation in the future might, but right now it won't because you don't have your facts, you're not in the right headspace, you'll be hateful back, don't do it. And so those are a couple things. But then what if, okay, Stas, I you know, separated myself from it, I'm not involved, whatever, but it's still bothering me, you know? I deleted the hate comments, but they're still bothering me. Yeah, I get that, because that's literally where I've been at. I mean, you have to let people hate you. You have to let them, because that's their right. They're allowed to hate you. Honestly, where I'd be concerned is if everybody loved me. If everybody really liked me, I'd be more concerned, because then you're not really standing up for anything, are you? Remember that the most hated person in all of history is Jesus Christ. So if he can allow people to hate him, you can allow people to hate you. I know it sucks. I know that's not the answer. There's no 3-step process to getting people to like you, because sometimes the people that hate you, you don't want that kind of person to like you. Like, would you want the enemy to like you? Would you want Satan to like you? No, you wouldn't. As a Christian, you want Satan, honestly, to hate you because you follow Jesus. So there are certain people out there who are just gonna dislike you, and you need to let them. because it's their right. It's also your right to not care, or learn how to not care. And you don't have to listen to them. You don't have to do anything they say. You don't. You answer to God alone. That's it. And please, 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 do not let the hate or the fear of the hate comments scare you from doing what God's calling you to do, whatever that is. I hope this gave you some kind of insight in any kind of hate you're going through in your life right now. But I know that a couple of those things really helped me. You know, you can be the juiciest peach. You can be the best of all the peaches. There's still gonna be somebody who doesn't like peaches. What are you gonna do about it? You can't. You can't just stop being who you are. So I love you guys so much, and I hope this gave you something. And I will see you soon. Bye.